Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 17, text 15. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat svadhyaya vyasamam chaiva vanmayam tapauchate. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat svadhyaya vyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapauchate. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat svadhyaya vyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapauchate. Anudvega karam. Agitate the minds of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his students, but such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students if he will agitate their minds. This is penance as far as talking is concerned. Can you close the window? Because the dog is barking. The ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. There is a limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat svadhyaya vyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapauchate. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Now, last two classes, evening classes, we spoke about thinking, and now this one is about speaking, but there is speaking going on. It's called thinking. Now I have noticed that our two devotees have very nice Jagannath shirts. And they have the same, they're like twin brothers. And you don't have Jagannath shirt?
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe we should all get Jagannath shirts. I don't know, somehow Lord Jagannath is appearing here. Lord Jagannath is appearing. Yesterday I got a short video of Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, because only Indians can enter the temple, but you can actually record from the outside, and some people with their phone, they have recorded, and Pujari light the fire and start to worship him, and then you can see him. You can see the Jagannath from the Jagannath temple. I have this video. I will send me each of you if you send me. I can send you this video on WhatsApp, but if you send me each of you, yeah? Okay, 20.
I give you 100.
20 euros. Okay, you can cover for Mother Lilamrita. For Mother, you cover because she's poor. Okay, so Lord Jagannath appeared also here, and somehow Lord Jagannath is connected to this temple because this temple is Gauradesh, isn't it? And I must know the photos of Vijay Gauranga Goyalitai, because these are one of the most beautiful deities I have seen in ISKCON, at least for me. So we to go back to our verse, this is about talking. It's austerity of speech, but because you talk to yourself in the head, it can also be applied to self-talk. Self-talk, the inner dialogue, how you talk to yourself. But you want to speak here, truthful, pleasing, beneficial, not agitating to yourself. This is very important. To talk to yourself in a way that is not agitating. When we had interviews with Bhakta Sebastian about psychology and about the mind, we also spoke something about inner dialogue, depression, and you know, some psychologists, experts, actually there is one guy who is, I would say, founder of positive psychology, Mr. Such and Such, and he speaks about explanatory style. Explanatory style, explanation, you understand? Explanation. So, how do you explain what happens to you? You can explain it in a pessimistic way, and you can explain it in optimistic way. Or you can see it spiritually, explain to yourself spiritually, or you can explain to yourself materially. So we are looking at the world situation through spiritual eyes, through the eyes of the scriptures, and we understand that it's not an accident what is happening. And I have a friend in Ecuador. She has been doing Food for Life for so many years. And now she was so touched by the suffering of people, so many people are dying. And lately she was not doing Food for Life, she was doing some other things. She was learning, studying to be a yoga teacher and other courses. And now she has so much drive to help people and feels so much compassion that she wants to do again Food for Life. And but I said, be careful, not to be infected yourself. So then she said, last year we organized soldiers to distribute prasadam. We provide prasadam, we cook it, and they distribute it. So they also have benefit because they can distribute prasadam. Like here also, you are giving out prasadam in the evening, and then people distribute. So they do service. So this is even better than your distribution, because you engage others. It is said that higher than doing service is engaging others to do service, inspiring others to do service. So Vak, who is Vak? Do you know who is Vak? Vak is a goddess. Who is Vak?
Saraswati.
Yes, Saraswati. So Anudvega Karam Vakyam, and Vanmayam Tapa Uchete. This word Vak appears in two places in this verse. Vanmayam Tapa Uchete, the austerity of speech. But speech is going on also in the head or in the mind. So therefore both verses 15 and 16 are actually connected to thinking. Also, how do we think? What do you think, Bhakta Philip? Bhakta Philip, what do you think?
Sorry,
I think you were looking upstairs, something. So she was looking upstairs.
I'm stuck with the name Saraswati.
You were thinking above my head. I wanted to see maybe Saraswati. So now, as we have this crisis, maybe you all get some amazing messages from us. You get some texts that are amazing, very compassionate texts or verses. You get videos or stories also from devotees, amazing things. I want to share with you a story that I heard. I forgot the name of the devotee, but this is a story about a devotee who was a wonderful devotee of Krishna, and once he was walking from place to place because he didn't have money for transport. Then and he had with him Srimad Bhagavatam, and he had some in his bag. He had some possessions, and several dacoits, dacoits, criminals attacked him and wanted to rob him, to plunder, to rob him. And he was very much afraid. And so they took everything from him, but he had one small bag. And he was the most afraid that they don't take this small bag. They took everything from him. He had some money, he had some possessions, some clothes. But this small bag, he had the most precious thing. He had Srimad Bhagavatam. And they took everything, but then they saw in the back, like a little bit in the back, here's this small bag. And they wanted to take this bag. And at that time, one warrior appeared on the horse, out of nowhere. One warrior appeared, like just dressed like a warrior, and started to fight them. And he chased them away. They ran away. And this devotee, I forgot his name. It's a little bit unusual name. I forgot the name. Anyway, this is a true story. Ananyas chintayanta mam sejana paripasate tesham nitya viyuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham. What does that mean?
The people who always think about me, I will take care of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and one more thing, I will preserve what they have and I will
Carry what they lack. And carry what they lack. So Krishna promises also, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. Declare it boldly, Arjuna, that my devotee never perishes. Never perishes. He is never vanquished. He is never destroyed.
Which one from this? Which chapter and number? What's number?
I don't know. 922 is the first one. The second one I don't know. First one is 922. So this warrior chased away the dacoits and saved this devotee. And this devotee was grateful. He said, "Thank you so much. Who are you?" He said, "One of the ministers of the king." And one of the ministers of the king. He said, "Thank you so much. They want to give you my ring." He had a very, very expensive ring, and it's a wonder that dacoits didn't see the ring. He has a very, very precious ring, and also very nice. On the video you can see how it looks like. It's very nice, very gorgeous ring. So he said, "Please take this ring." And the the soldier, he took the ring and said, "Thank you." In the meantime, in the nearby temple, I forgot which temple it is. It's Guruvayur.
Guruvayur, Kerala.
Which temple? Which deity?
Normally, people call it as Guruvayurappa, Lord Vishnu.
Lord Vishnu. Okay, temple. In the meantime, the main pujari in that temple had a dream, and in the dream, the deity, Lord Vishnu, told this pujari tomorrow, and pujari was very careful to see who is visiting, so that he could find that devotee and gave him, because he had a dream, very clear dream, that the Lord told him, "Please, you have to give him this ring." So when devotee arrived, he asked him, "What is your name?" And he said the same name that he heard in his dream. And he said, "I have to give you something. This is from the deity, and I was told to give you this ring." And he was shocked. This was his ring. It was his ring. So he understood that the Lord himself came on the horse to save him. The Lord himself came on the horse. So he took the ring, but he gave him back the ring. Through his deity and through his pujari, and through his deity, he gave him back the ring. So this story illustrates how the Lord protects His devotees. How the Lord protects His devotees. So in this time, don't be afraid. Whatever happens to you, you will be protected. So now we have this. Many people have this problem that they have a negative inner dialogue, and from the negative inner dialogue, also they develop negative outer dialogue, and how they speak, and how they communicate to others, or they become pessimistic. And some say that depression comes when you have no hope that you can do anything, that your efforts will bring results. So you become really dejected, really depressed, that I'm trying but it will never work. So they did experiments with people and they give them impossible tasks which cannot be solved. And two groups, pessimistic and optimistic, and they see how they react to the result. That first they give them a task that they can accomplish, like they give them a mathematical task that they should solve, but then they give them impossible calculation. And they can see how people who are pessimistic react and how people who are optimistic react. And optimistic people, they have a hope that they can solve it, even if they cannot solve it. But maybe they continue trying. And so they say that the cause of depression is actually your explanatory style. So what does that mean? When something happens, how do you explain it to yourself? Let's say somebody tells you you are ugly. So how do you explain it to yourself? If you have a material conception of life, if you are in the bodily consciousness, you will get offended. I am this body, he says I am ugly, I will kill him. If you say I am ugly, I will make sure you are also ugly. And I will break your nose. You will not have a straight nose anymore. So we will be the same. But so he explained to himself that he has insulted me, he hates me, I look bad to him, I'm this body. He has so many conceptions which actually influence his reaction and his thinking. He's thinking about the whole event, the whole situation that happened. And person with spiritual consciousness, if you tell him you are ugly, he smiles and he says, thank God I'm not this body. Or you don't see the real me. I'm inside. You can't see me, I'm very small. With a magnifying glass and looks to try to see you. You know magnifying glass? To enlarge the vision. So the person with spiritual consciousness is not offended because he explains to himself completely differently what he has experienced and the words, what he has experienced and the words of that person. So how do you explain anything? People explain that this situation is a disaster. But now some people say, there is, I don't know all these numbers. First of all, we don't know if these numbers are true that we are getting. Some people say that we are getting less numbers of dead people, that many more are dead. And some people say that we are getting more than it really happens, that we are getting more. And then they sometimes make a list of comparisons. How many people die from cancer? How many children are aborted? That means killed. Like 9 million. 9 million. And here, 10,000, 100,000 that are from the virus, apparently that they are dead. But then there is from malaria, flu every year. all the figures on 25th of March, according to one research organization, on 25th of March this year, all the numbers, these other causes of death are bigger than numbers of death of coronavirus. But nobody bothers with about 9 million abortions. So now people explain this. People explain this situation, and now there is this lockdown, and some people think this is a great manipulation, that we are asked to stay at home. And people, we spoke with one devotee, we were running around too much. Now we cannot run around so much. Always moving, always, with the car, airplane, and going so many places. And now people are forced to be at one place, and they're also freaking out because they cannot stand to stay in one place, or they cannot stand to stay with one family, and sometimes they cannot stand their family. So, So there is new problems with the present situation, but there is also many advantages. I mean, as you know, pollution is going down, and there is a list of advantages, what is happening. I think I read you once the list of advantages that somebody sees in the whole situation. So how do you explain to yourself anything that happened? You know all this story, how everything is Lord's mercy? Everything is Lord's mercy. Yeah, everything is Lord's mercy. So one man was always saying that everything is Lord's mercy, and I don't know, I can't remember this whole story, but at the end, his son was injured, or maybe lost his finger or lost something, I'm not sure. His son was injured in some way, and that is the end of the story, but I forgot the whole story. There was different things happening. He was always saying, this is Lord's mercy. And people tell him, you're always saying this is Lord's mercy. So, now your son is, I don't know, disabled or something, how this is Lord's mercy. And then the war came, and all the young men were recruited, went to war, and all of them died. And his son was not recruited because he had some disability. He had some disability. And he said, you see, it was Lord's mercy, my son is still alive. So he believed in God, and he explained to himself that everything is Lord's mercy. So always observe how to explain it another way. You can see it one way, different way. You can assume this, you can assume that. And I had myself made mistakes, assuming things. I'll give you one example. So I had this in my head. I had a voice which telling me something which was not true, and which caused me to feel bad and to limit my options, my possibilities, my thinking. So one evening I came to the Ljubljana temple in Slovenia, and they put me, not always, but sometimes, Guru room in Ljubljana is like 10 times bigger than this one. It's huge. It's very tall. You can run. But it's very nice room. It has a carpet, but it's very hard to heat in the winter because it's a big room. You need a good heater. And I came. It was quite cold, and there was one heater, small, and they gave me one blanket. And I thought, oh my God, I will freeze. Devotees, it was 11 o'clock in the evening. It was 11 o'clock, and I pick up anybody to give me more. But I thought, who was preparing this room? I mean, they forgot to put more blankets. So I dressed up something for sleeping and covered myself and put the heater, but heater is making big light and you cannot cover it. It's making big light, so it's difficult to sleep with so much light. The heater is making huge light. You know these kind of heaters make light. So I put it near the bed to not freeze. I have only one blanket. And I was frustrated. And I was thinking, devotees, they didn't give me. I will. And in the morning I wake up. And by accident I open one box, big box near me. Then on the bed, 2 blankets, not the bed, sofa, 2 sofas covered, but I didn't see it because it was evening and it was a little dark in the room. Very nice blankets, I could have used them, on these 2 sofas. So because of my internal talk, I limited my options. Because how I was talking to myself, oh, I have to suffer tonight. That was all what I was thinking. Instead of thinking, let me check if there is more blankets in this room. Let me look here. And if I would just look at the first box in front of my nose, find very thick, like amazing. I mean, you're sweating. Without heater, you would be sweating without heater. So, my God. Personality of Godhead in German.
Höchstpersönlichkeit Gottes.
Oh, how can I repeat that?
Höchste?
Die
höchste?
Die höchste?
Persönlichkeit.
Okay, next. Gottes. Okay.
Höchste Persönlichkeit Gottes.
Vielen Dank. Next life. And I'm ashamed to admit my mother is a teacher of German. Meine Mutter ist Deutschlehrer. Lehrerin, yes. And she would be in heaven if I would learn German, but I never learned German. I learned English.
Now is the time.
But she's still teaching. She's 83. She's still teaching. Some small kids. They come with the Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. It's back now. As soon as you sit down, it breaks.
He was waiting for me.
So you understand now how we sabotage ourselves? By the way we talk to ourselves, by the way we explain things. One tells you, oh my God, I'm gonna die. What do you say to this? You can say, so what? Instead of saying, I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna become depressed till the end of my life. Because I will die, I will be depressed until I die. But is it intelligent? My father at the end of his life, he was telling me, I'm gonna die. And I said, Father, we will all die. He was listening and looking. He said, yes. He said, yeah, you're right. So it was easier. Because we will all die, it was easier for him to understand that if he dies, it doesn't mean that only he will die, that we will all die. But I told him, but you're not going to die, you're just going to leave your body. And he was listening. So you can give people courage before that by telling them they will not die actually. They are eternal. That they are eternal. So there is no more positive psychology than Bhagavad Gita. There is no more positive philosophy. How can you be optimistic? How can you be positive if you know you're going to die and you're going to become dust? How can you be positive if you know you're going to become dust? positive dust. I'm going to become positive dust, and every grain of this dust will be positive. If you are positive, that means you are alive. You can be alive. So this is so amazing. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam hitam chayat. Satyam means truth, priyam, pleasing, beneficial, hitam, beneficial. Then always svadhyayam vyasanam, always citing the Vedic literature. On my Facebook, every day I cite all Sanskrit of one chapter of the Gita, so you can listen if you like. Every day one chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit. And some people listen. And then we will have all Sanskrit. When we finish, we can make one playlist, or we can download it and have the whole Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit. I made a couple of mistakes, but I corrected myself. So it's not perfect like Indian Brahmanas or something. It's not perfect recitation, but most of it should be useful. So you can also recite the Vedic, not only Sanskrit, you can recite German, English, whatever, read the purports. And now, in our mind, we can do these things that are recommended for speaking here. So in this way, our thinking will improve like anything. Based on the verse before the verse about the mind, is the verse about the speech. And that's this verse today. So this verse is so good for internal dialogue. It's so good. It's even better than the previous one that we discussed last two Bhagavad Gita classes. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Do you have any questions?
It's really hard not to make myself bad in my mind. Like tell myself, oh, what you did right now is so worse. Like it's not good, but it's also really not good. You know what I mean? Like,
No. Explain.
Like.
What is difficult?
Oh, I let somebody down. Oh, you let somebody down? Oh, no, that's not good. You did this before. You did this in the past. Okay, so... I see a design there, a pattern you didn't change. Okay, so... that's not good. And then I'm like more and more getting into this, you know?
It's good. It's good that you feel bad if you do something bad. It's good.
But for how long can you do it until you get... for how long can it be healthy?
That's a good. I remember when I would forget something, I would beat myself up for the half day. Now I reduced it to a few minutes by practice. But if you repeat again and again the same mistake, then you have to do something about it. I mean, you don't jump into Rhine, but river, but you just make sure you don't make the same mistake again and again. So for how long? I mean, the more mistakes you make, the longer you will feel bad when you make them, isn't it? The more times mistakes you make, the same mistake you repeat, the more times you repeat the same mistake, the longer you will feel bad after you do it.
Yes, exactly. So then it becomes like an excuse actually sometimes. When you tell yourself in your mind, that was really bad, then it's kind of like, oh yeah, I already scolded myself in my mind, so now it's okay. And then I forget it again because I didn't learn it, but I actually just scolded, I just beat myself, and then, oh, it's okay. I got the
again, so
and then I do it again.
It means you didn't take it very seriously.
Yes, how do I take it more seriously?
You didn't take it. You can see how it affects others. You can see how it affects others. I mean, you were supposed to bring me something the other day, and then you said, "Oh, I didn't bring you this yesterday." Do you remember that?
Ginger.
No ginger. There was something else the day before.
Toilet paper.
Yeah. So then you remember the next day. Then I asked you for ginger, and then the same things happened.
Yes.
Yeah, the same thing happened. So, I mean, I would feel myself, I would really get angry at myself if I would do this to one person 2 times. I mean, it's not a big thing as far as I'm concerned. It's not. I can also go myself or whatever. It's not a big mistake. But for me, if I want to be responsible towards someone, I mean, if I would promise something to you, like for example, I promised you I'm going to send you the photo of 9 intelligences. You remember?
Yes.
So, and then I noticed that actually I forgot. And instead, I usually send, when I promise something, I send it immediately. Immediately after the class, immediately after our conversation online. I mean, and I noticed that actually I forgot, and then I sent it half later. And I felt this is not professional. So, but anyway, you still got it maybe within the same day. But I felt bad that this is not my style, this is not my standard. I want to send people things immediately. I just put this rule on myself. And then when I do it, I feel good about it. So, you know, if you want to feel better about your performance, then you need to have a higher standard of performance. And you have to practice. How? Alarm clock. Smartphone. Ring. Write it down. Put something on your wrist to remind you. Put something on your finger. You can do so many things. Ask me, I will remind you. You can do so many things if you want to do something on time, if you want to follow up. Follow up is the key to success. So when you make promise, you have to keep it. Make a promise to yourself, keep it. Make a promise to others, and this builds trust, self-confidence and confidence of others. So it's really powerful for building relationships.
Because in the street, distributing, I'm thinking only positive. Only positive.
Okay.
I'm speaking only positive. I'm thinking only, I can't think different. It's not possible.
Okay.
You see, it's a strange thing. Here I can think something, I can be feared or yeah, different terrible things. But while distributing, not only me, I think all of us, only positive.
If you're negative,
Anti-stress literature, antivirus, anti-stress literature. Why?
if you're negative on the street, you're finished. You can't distribute.
I can't. It's not.
I
have never thought of it. Now I'm thinking of it.
Right.
I have never thought of it, but now I think it, and coming back, it's not negative. It's never negative.
Very good.
When I stay 1 hour without distributing it, or just wonderful tapasya, maybe 1 more hour or something. It is not negative. It is never negative in my life. But here I can think negative and depressive or something like that. But they're not. Why?
And after this class, do you have kirtan? Not always.
No, we don't have anything.
Oh, but there was kirtan after the class before. No, stop.
Before the class.
Before
the class, we had kirtan.
Yes, but you also did after the class, because I finished at 8. Now I will finish earlier, but when I finish it, no?
I don't know. Maybe we have.
But you can have a soft kirtan.
I don't know.
Any other question?
Yeah, but you didn't answer my question.
Oh, I didn't know it's a question.
Because it was a question. Why?
If you do
why
something,
this and why this?
if you do something and you ask me why, I will always ask you. You tell me why.
Are you telling why?
Why do you do something?
Because I'm not concentrated. Because my mind is still. My mind is quiet when I'm distributing, and that's why this inner dialogue is with the soul. It is Bhagavad Gita. It is Krishna book. It is Bhagavatam. It is Vishnu. It is the science of the self-realization, joined together, easy journey. It's positive, everything. So this literature is positive. The literature is positive. What we are distributing is positive. It's not possible to speak negative about that what is positive.
But Prabhupada's books are full of criticism of materialism.
No, that is positive criticism.
It's
That is
positive
for
negative.
us rascals.
It's a positive negativism.
No. It is the rascal. It's very positive. It's just the best what can be, the best name. I'd like to be called rascal as much as possible.
I want to propose that all these classes that I give 3 times a week, Bhagavatam 3 times a week, Gita, all these other free slots, that you don't go online and watch somebody else, but that you give classes, all of you give classes. Okay, maybe those who are not initiated, they don't give Bhagavatam class, but those who are, they can give Bhagavad Gita class maybe, if you ask authorities for permission, but to give classes, not Mondays Prabhupada, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, so Bhagavatam class, and then also other days that you give classes, and I will also come sometimes to listen. But if you speak German, then I can have translation, but in my earphones through the internet. So instead of listening people online, when I'm not giving class, then I recommend that you give classes, because we are practicing preaching, and you are speaking very nicely, and sometimes I cannot stop you, and 2 minutes is too little, or 10 minutes is too little. So you can speak for half an hour. You don't have to speak longer if you don't want. You can speak for half an hour, or you can speak for 25 minutes and start with questions. But this is what I propose, and you can ask authorities if you like.
Already the slot.
It's booked?
Yeah, because of this corona situation, devotee is not able to come to temple and.
No, from those who are here.
Here, basically, when your slot is not allotted, Rishkumar Prabhu is class.
He gives class?
Rishkumar Prabhu leads the class. He can speak something about Srimad Bhagavatam. One more thing, Akshara Prabhuji, today we come through Skype.
Ah, okay. Oh, good. Oh, he is from here. He just didn't come physically, but he came on the internet. He's from this yatra, this congregation. Okay. Any other? Okay. Last question. But if you about inner dialogue, about thinking, if possible. If not, then any other question is also okay. Think you should.
Is it just an art of the reflection?
What?
The art of the reflection.
Art of reflection?
Reflection is speaking to yourself positively, so the art of the reflection, somehow it has to do...
The way actually to master your inner dialogue is to always ask yourself a question. You ask yourself, what is the best way to react to this? What is the most Krishna conscious way? What is the most Krishna conscious way to react to this situation? And for example, I promised you from my room that I will speak about the plate of prasadam.
Right.
So, now is the time. So how do you react to the full plate of prasadam in between lunch and dinner? Do you say yes? Or you say maybe? Or you say wait, if I'm going to eat later, does it make sense to eat now? Or maybe if I eat now, maybe I will not eat later? Or, how do you react to the full plate of prasadam when you see it? Even if it's not in between meals, just in general, okay? In general, how do you react to the full plate of prasadam? When I see a full prasadam, my mind screams, yes, Jai, Haribol, fantastic. And how do you react to this? What is your explanation? What the mind tells you when you see a full plate of prasadam?
Yeah, similar.
Actually, sometimes I think, should I do it or should I not?
Wow, that's the beginning of success.
Yeah, but
But sometimes it's yes, you should do it, and sometimes it's no.
But some people never think, should I? They just think yes. But you're good, you're coming into a realm of very severe austerities. To say no to a big plate of prasadam, that's a huge renunciation, especially for the people from the West and for the people from Kali Yuga. Okay, thank you. Yes?
I have a question to you. So, whenever I was going to interviews, I felt that today you are going to crack this interview. You are getting job in this company. I felt like that, and I used to go like that. As usual, when I gave interview, next day or day after next day, they will send a rejection mail. Or I was thinking very positive. When after I getting rejection from the company, I felt that I get a negative impression on the positive thinking.
I didn't understand. A negative impression?
On positive thinking. Yeah, if you want to work, people say that positive, if you think positive.
So you were seeing positively the rejection.
No, I am seeing negatively. First, I am thinking positive. When I am getting rejections from the company, I am thinking negatively about positive thinking.
Because positive thinking is useless.
Yes, useless. It makes more anxious or excitement that you are going to practice interview. After getting, I will be like this. Your problem.
Okay, listen to this. Your problem is that you are from India, and Krishna expects from you to become a pure devotee, not a businessman. Not a businessman. Krishna wants you full time. You are already so dedicated. You are so dedicated. You are such a nice person, nice devotee. And this world needs 10 million preachers, and we have only a few thousand. Prabhupada said 10 million acharyas. And all of you who think, oh, I'm shy, how can I preach? All of you should become actually acharyas and preachers. Because where this 10 million will come, it cannot come from people who are Mayavadis, it cannot come from Christians, it cannot come from Muslims, it has to come from you. So we need 10 million preachers. And you are already preaching. So if you become a full-time preacher, Krishna will give you house, wife, car, flat, everything you need if you completely dedicate to Him. And you were quoting this Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. And you can try it. One lifetime test Krishna. In one life test Krishna, if you become a preacher, will He give you everything? And if Krishna doesn't give you, tell me, Akrura promised in your name that I will get a wife, a house, a business, and what else? A car. And also a mask. Today I got an envelope with a mask. Who is making mask? Chaitanya Lila Mataji is making mask. I don't know if she's watching. I want to thank you if you're watching. Hare Krishna. I got the grey mask, amazing. This is a devotional, devotee-made mask, homemade, handmade, homemade, devotee-made. And then, so when I saw the envelope, I didn't know that the mask is inside. I was guessing a little bit, but I was thinking maybe there is a lot of euros there. Then I saw that there is a mask. So Krishna will give you a mask. Krishna will give you a sanitizer also, so you can spray yourself. Yeah, test Krishna in this lifetime, and who can Keshava Prabhu can interview you to be full time here, like maybe manager here or something. Maybe Rishi Kumar Prabhu wants to take rest a little bit. I don't know. We can take management. So I don't know. it's your fault. You were born in a very holy land of India, and in South India is even more holy. So what can you expect? Krishna will just, for you, positive thinking doesn't work.
Sorry.
For you, and who is cooking? Is who is cooking today? But who is singing male Indian voice? He's cooking with you. Somebody every day sings so nicely under me. I mean, so he's singing and cooking. Oh, so nice.
Just singing.
Without cooking.
Yes.
But why he's singing? In the kitchen.
He's singing all the time.
But why he's singing in the kitchen?
Not kitchen, on the top of your room.
Kitchen is not under me.
The kitchen is downstairs, but he sings on the top of your building.
I was thinking he's cooking and singing. Oh my God, he sings so well. You can notice.
Yeah.
You should give him some sweets extra. Give him some gift. So devotional, such a warm voice. We should record him and publish a CD or something.
He's already recording some. Yeah, he's already recording.
He's recording, huh?
Some like flashcards or something.
So now also we are here, and actually more or less we are the same people here for the past month and a half or something, isn't it? Something like that. So we are becoming like a family, like one family. And at least if anything happens, at least we can say that we can die together if something happens. But we have so much service to do, I mean preaching, so I don't think Krishna will kill us so soon. But I saw some people coming today. There was one little girl also. Some people from outside coming a little bit. Huh? That's nice. Yeah. And it's an amazing situation. And I mean, devotees, I don't know, I think everybody is becoming more like God conscious because of this, isn't it? And some people turn to God, some who are maybe half faithful, they become more faithful, and people get more afraid of death, so maybe become more serious a little bit. Then Shivara Maharaj made this like heavy video about meat eating, and he said that animals transfer viruses, and he gave like scientific evidence about this. And he said even if you don't believe in God, and you're not, but this is scientific evidence where the viruses come from, so please stop eating meat. You saw this video, Shivara Maharaj?
Partly. Partly, not the whole.
Partly.
Yeah, there was pictures. Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.